So today I'm gonna talk about my individual project lesson learning presentation. My name is Veronica and I am doing the project management at Centennial College. So I will record my video and I will post here. My project was about ABC Corporation e-commerce and the pertinent elements and rationale section. My project name is ABC Corporation e-commerce. The data was 20 December 2021. And I put some comments here about what happened in the project that we can learn. So I put some questions and the measure that we did with this project and some comments about how we measure this and what is the most important things about answer these questions. So first of all, how well does the product or service the project produce meet the defined project requirements? So I put 100%. It's because our main goal was doing the commerce about this company because they have a hard time with COVID-19 and they have to start to learn and to implement the online service, the online selling online. So I put 100%. It's because, yes, the product was adopted by our customers in this new marketing format online. And after that, how well does the product or service the project produce meet with our needs? I put 100% because increased our profit and sales. That was our main goal because we were losing the profit because our stores were closed because of COVID and people can't go there and buy their stuff. So they have to call or have to go online, and they didn't have the option to go online and search about our products to buy one. So the next question is, to what extent were the objectives and goals outlined in the business case met? I put 100%. It's because we adopted it to the new sales reality and keep our customers. So with this new marketing, we have to continue with our relationship with our customers because it was a long time to build this relationship, and we were losing. So we worry about that. It's not just because of profits, it's because our sales need a relationship with our customers. Next, what is your overall assessment of the outcome of this project? I put 100%. We got a bigger audience than expected. The goals was exceeded. So we already have some customers. They used to call, they used to go to our stories, but with this new marketing, we accepted more people. More people has to access our products because it was online, and some customers wasn't necessary to have a relationship like need to be active, to call them and to explain our product because they already know, because they can search, they can find with others companies similar to us, but maybe our have a cheaper price, so they can find our products there. And sorry about my voice. I am a little bit sick. About cost, scope, and schedule, quality management. I need some questions. It's the same style of the other slide that I show you. How well did the scope of the project match? What was defined in the project proposal? So I put 9%. It's because we need to make some adoptions to our system, which were not in the scope. That was a problem because we already have a system, then you sell our products. And to use this new marketing, this e-commerce, we need to implement this project in our system because we don't want to create a new one. If we have to create a new one, we will spend more money, and at that time we didn't have budget enough to go to create a new system. So we want to implement this new project in our system, and we have some difficulties there because the system wasn't created for this. The system wasn't created for our market before the online concept. How satisfied are you with your involvement in the development and or review of the project scope during project initiation and planning? Was 90%. My involvement was fundamental as I am managing to unit the other areas to see how they would be achieved, and thus adjusted the system and scope. Was the change control process properly implemented to manage change to cost, scope, and schedule or quality? I put 100%. We need to manage your change accurately as it was necessary to make some adjustments, as I mentioned above. It's because our system that I told you, we have to change some parts of our system. Were changes to cost, scope, schedule, or quality effectively managed? 100%. Yes, several meetings were held to understand how this change would be carried out and what the impacts would be. So we always manage all these changes. It's because we have a tight budget, and when we need to change our system, when to do homologations, we need to know exactly what you have to do and how much it will cost and how this impacts in our schedule, our scope to implement this new project. Was project performance validated or challenging? If yes, were the estimates effectively revisited and were current and future tasks rescheduled 100%? The project performance was evaluated at all times. We anticipated our adjustment needs during the execution phase. How closely did the initial project schedule compare with the actual schedule? 8%. Due the adjustment we made to the scope. How did the estimate project budget compare with the total actual expenditures? I put 50%, more than a half of the total was needed. So example, we have a budget, a project budget, and we actually expend one more, a half of it that was expected because we need to change some pieces of our system that we already have. How effectively was the quality management plan applying during project execution? 100%. The quality plan was clearly explained to everyone involved in the project. So everyone will have the clear idea what the quality has to be in some pieces of the project. So we have other areas involved with this. So every area has the responsibility to know if it's the quality of the part of their parts, and they have to tell how much is the quality, the measure, if you have some problem, if it's good, if it's not, or if we need to change something. So they have to this responsibility. How effective was the quality assurance process? 100%. All areas, as I mentioned that before, involved were responsible for the quality process relevant to their specific activities. How effective were project audits? 100%. The analyses were done in detail. How effective were best practice and lessons learned from prior projects utilized in this project? 100%. As the company did not have this type of commercialization, it was a challenge to implement it in the company's existing system to optimize the cost and not just generate more process, not create more process. The risk management. How well were team members involved in the risk identification and mitigation plan process? 100%. Through meetings and presentations that were made with the risk mitigations and contingency plan. That was so important because we have some problem with our system. So we have to mitigate and put on the paper all the risks and plans to, if we have this kind of risks, how you're gonna do after that, or if they happen. To what extent was the evolution of risks communicated? 100%. In the appropriate phases of presentation of risk relevant to the project. How accurate was the risk management plan log? 80%. We do not mitigate the risk of the company current system, not included all the necessary items or causing was causing a delay in relation to the estimated delivery time. So we create an estimated time for delivery, and because of our problem with our system, we have to manage this part. So What was learning about the project in general? The project was well prepared, but we had some problems with the integration with the company's existing system, where there was difficulty in finalize the invoice to be issued to the customer, causing a delay in the delivery time. This we had to adjust in our scope. So what was learning about project management? That's a good question. We learned how to manage chance and test with procurement to understand how the company system works prior to running the entire project. So before we launch the system, we have to create a test and sell, actually buy our project in the system to know how will be. So, and after that, we saw some problems and we already have to create a risk management plan and a contingent plan, and we did some chance and we can run with the project, and after that we test again and we could launch the project. What was learning about communication? It's important for sure. In a project, you need to communicate very well, like when you have a problem, like involve all people in a meeting and have a clear information about the risk, about the chance, about the scope, about what is the project, what the main purpose of the project, about the profit, about the budget, how we're gonna manage all the situations. If it's all the information about quality, it's good. If they are measurable, if the quality is okay for our areas, if they are clear, or if we need to manage some problems with this. So the focus of communication is important to have all the areas involved in the project so that they are aware of the project. They will affect them, and they who are in the day-to-day operation will be able to better inform how the system works. They are in the day by day of the marketing of the sales. They know exactly which activities we need to achieve to create this new market with also to implement our system that we already have. And what was learning about budgeting? It needs to be calculated with a margin for scope changes, as occurred in this project, as design changes involve cost and time change the budget. And learn about procurement. The suppliers who create the company system to be integrated were participating in the entire project, which facilitated their progress. Work with sponsors. Sponsors need to be aware of all projects and scopes change, budgets change, to understand that with all this change, the project will still make sense and bring the desired return. So that all the presentation about the lesson learned about this project. And thank you very much to listen to me.